Hello， 大家好，我是 Rolling Mandarin 的刘老师。我现在有几个问题想去问问我的学生们，请跟我一起来。
Well, it's a very influential language in the world. Many people speak it. And in today's society, I think it's very important to know at least some notions of Mandarin.
I don't know, my friends told me that it would be good to try Chinese after Japanese because I studied Japanese before and I decided to take it.
Well, I have a rather selfish reason to study it because I actually wanted to study Korean because of my girlfriend, but the master's program doesn't offer it, so I had to choose between Japanese and Chinese. So I thought Chinese is more influential, as Gabriel said. So
I do like tones, and I thought it was a bit of a challenge. It is quite the challenge, but I still like it.
for me, the most difficult parts in studying Chinese is the tones, and especially jumping between tones. Being like second, fourth is fine because it just continues going. But if it's like going first, second, and then third, or from first to third, that's just tough because I'm not used to the breaks in my voice when talking.
I think also many people are scared about the characters, but it's actually very fun and can be quite relaxing to learn them. And I think the most difficult part is really the pronunciation. I think this requires a lot of work.
Reaching fluency when reading sentences, it's pretty hard, but I got used to the pronunciation fairly quick, I would say, at least finals, initials and finals. So pronunciation would be fine, but for me the biggest thing is characters, because so far I cannot read without opinions, and it's really hard. I'm trying to get rid of them, but it's just I'm so broken when I try to read without opinions.
I think like right now we find pronunciation like the hardest because it's a very initial phase, but I think that long term characters are more difficult.
Repetition, repetition, and repetition, especially when it comes to characters.
I think ideally learn with a native person,
Yes,
because
with a
it's
native person.
yeah, ideally yes, with a native it's much better, I think. And also about repetition, yeah, it's like you also need to reflect, but sometimes we perfect mistakes as well. So it's nice like to repeat, yes, but also be aware and ask questions so that we don't repeat mistakes over and over again.
I think it's also important to find your own way how to remember the characters. Like for me, it works when I have some kind of association with the character or some funny word or something that reminds me of the word that I'm learning.
Well, I think an immersive experience for learning the language is a very good idea, so try to put Chinese as much as you can in your daily life. So listening to music, watching movies, trying to text with friends, there's a lot of apps out there that you can find a tandem and write Chinese, even basic things, and this can help a lot. I think also it's important to understand the culture behind it, because when you understand the mentality and how people are behaving in the country, it's easier to get how you're going to express yourself in that language.
I would say two things. The first one, very practical, try to get rid of the pinyin as soon as possible because it will really help you in the long term. And then second thing is that you should not get stuck on one meaning for a character, because sometimes I see a character and I know one meaning of it, but I see it in a sentence, and sometimes you see a sentence, you know all the characters in a sentence, and just don't understand the sentence anyway.
First of all, I think one should not give the hope. At the beginning I was thinking, oh, it's very difficult, but then I started, as Valentin said, lots of repetition, and when I do my homework, I write both character and pinyin, and I repeat all the times, and then slowly it comes in my mind.
like, comment, subscribe, share, and Rolling Mandarin.